Live's exclusive coverage of the state high school league championships. Girls basketball is on the plate. St. Paul Central and Eastview. Let's get courtside with Clay Matford.
All right, Rod, thank you very much. On your left, you see Kiara Buford. She's a candidate for the Miss Basketball Award. Brittnye McSparron also up for that award. It's our AAA key matchup. McSparron, a verbal commitment to Drake. Kiara Buford has already committed to Minnesota. She will play for Pam Borton next year. And the St. Paul City Conference Player of the Year, Kiara Buford. St. Paul Central, the defending state champs, trying to get back to that state championship game. They beat Minneapolis South last year, and maybe they can do it again. But South has defeated St. Paul Central twice already this season. So we'll see if that is the matchup. Eastview, I'm sure, will have something to say about it. Our key matchups brought to you by AAA Minneapolis. Peace of mind, great savings, all from your AAA. Eastview coming out on the floor under head coach Paul Getz in his 15th year, 28-2. Coming into this game, they beat St. Francis, the number 7 seed in the tournament yesterday, by 20, 70-50. The final score. St. Paul Central defeated St. Cloud Tech in the quarterfinals, the number 6 seed, 74-47. The St. Paul Central team, Leah, so talented. 4 potential Division I players. We know that Buford, we know that Jones is already committed to Division I schools. There could be a couple more as well.
Well, I think they are the most well-rounded team in the tournament. They come at you from all different directions, but they have, from beginning to end, more talented players on their team than any other team.
All right, let's get the introductions. Public address announcer Dave Giles.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Target Center and to the 2008 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. This Class 4A semifinal game features the Section 4 champion, the Minutemen from St. Paul Central High School, and the Section 3 champion, the Lightning from Eastview High School, located in Apple Valley. We'll begin the introductions with the reserve players for each team. First, let's meet the reserve players for the visiting team, the St. Paul Central Minutemen. Starting with 5'6" junior guard, number 11, Megan Tate. 5'9" senior guard, number 12, Brittnye Dorsey. 5'4" senior guard, number 14, Sienna West. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 22, Maya Wahlberg. 5'8" freshman forward, number 23, Brianna Reeves. 5'6" junior guard, number 24, Laura Hansen. 5'10" freshman center, number 32, Maya Cyrus. 5'9" junior guard, number 33, Samantha Robinson-Ricks. 6'1" junior center, number 44, Katavia Jones. And 5'7" senior forward, number 52, Natasha Garrett. Now let's meet the reserve players for the home team, the Eastview Lightning. Starting with 5'7" forward, number 20. Now for the Minute. At guard for Eastview, a 5'11" senior, number 3, Danae Moore. At guard for the Minutemen, a 5'6" junior, number 10, Tiana Johnson. At guard for the Lightning, a 5'8" junior, number 11, Sam Mayer. At guard for St. Paul Central, a 5'10" junior, number 21, Tiara Taylor. And at guard for Eastview, a 5', 8" senior, number 24, Brittnye McSparron. The St. Paul Central assistant coaches are Tom Gunderson and John Robinson. The head coach of the St. Paul Central Minutemen is Willie Taylor. The Eastview assistant coaches are Jana Davis and Len Bierlein. The head coach of the Eastview Lightning is Paul Gates. The officials for the semifinal game are Dave Deniston, Crystal Flint Holloman, and Jeff Wills.
All right, the defending state champ, St. Paul Central, trying to get back to that championship game. Eastview hoping to knock them off. Before we start, let's check in with Tom.
Clay, thank you very much. Willie Taylor, the head coach at Central, knows a thing or two about state championships. As you all know, they're the defending state champs. But in high school at Duluth Central, he played for the 1977 Duluth Central Trojans that played in the state championship game. He also had college experience as well, playing for a year with the Bulldogs. By the way, this is the first ever meeting. History is about to be made here between Eastview and St. Paul Central. They've never played before. And for the call of the game, let's go to Clay. Clay, take it away.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Leah, here's a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Warner Stellian, your appliance specialist. And you see so much experience for that Central team. A lot of the players that have been in the state tournament before.
A lot of the players have confidence, and there's just something about St. Paul Central. I think it's the way that Willie Taylor coaches is they come in believing they're going to win, and that's how they play the regular season as well.
Opening possession controlled by the Minutemen. The champs of Section 4 beat St. Cloud Tech yesterday 74-47. Taking it in here is Kiana Johnson. Her shot rolls off. Rebound loose underneath. A battle for it there. And the putback by Kiara Taylor.
And a battle for the boards. Again, that's going to be huge in this game. Eastview is going to have to figure out how to put a body on someone and keep them off the boards.
And a steal here by Kiana Johnson. And quick turnover back to Eastview. And here's a look at our game plan, Leah, brought to you by Home Furniture. Shop Home Furniture for great selection and affordable style.
Well, here's the thing, is that right away St. Paul Central has to come out. They have to play well, and they have to do their full court pressure. That's what they're known for.
In and out. Kept alive here by the Lightning. Eastview in those black and blue uniforms, Central in the white. Up and under. No good for Sam Mayer. And back comes the Minutemen. Last touch by Johnson. Another turnover as you take a look at Paul Gates. He's in his 15th year at Eastview. He's done a great job.
He really has, and he's a nice guy, just very easygoing, and he knows what he has to face here tonight going up against the St. Paul Central team, and he knows what his team has to do to be successful.
Outside shot cleared by Megan Howard, the 5'10 senior. She has over 1,000 career points. Buford has over 1,000. Jones over 1,000. Kiara Taylor over 1,000. I mean, they come at you in waves.
And really, I mean, think about it. Most high school teams, you're lucky to have one player over 1,000. So it's a big deal.
Some sloppy play to start here for both teams. Knocked out of bounds again. Central will inbound from underneath. Kiara Buford headed to Minnesota next year to play for Pam Borton.
Well, that'll be fun to watch her in a Gopher uniform.
Now, when you were deciding on school, did you make a decision early on, Leah, before your senior year?
Well, I was a walk-on at the University of Minnesota, so that was my one option. And so
no one else showed much interest.
There was a couple D2 schools, but I knew I wanted to play here, and I would prefer to play D1.
Georgie Jones, her first points, and speaking of Division I schools, she's headed to Marquette. Alongside Leah B. Olson, former Gopher, former player at Minneapolis South. South already advancing. I'm Clay Matvick. Glad to have you along for Channel 45's exclusive coverage of the State Girls Tournament here at Target Center. McSparron traveled. Brittnye McSparron, a 5'8 senior, 26 points yesterday in the quarterfinals against St. Francis. She has decided she is going to play her college ball at Drake.
That's another great school. She is quick player. By far the quickest player on Eastview.
Drake, of course, getting a lot of attention with that men's program this year. Ranked in the top 25 all year. Kiara Buford. And it's a 6-0 lead here for Central, and you talked about it in the key points. A quick start for Central would be optimum for them.
A quick start and keys also for Central are just controlling the paint. I mean, that's what they do best. And in their win against St. Cloud Tech, they had 40 points in the paint. And so that's the same thing that they're going to want to take advantage of here. They're a bigger team.
And this is going to be an Eastview turnover. So nothing going right here for the Lightning early on. Paul Gates will have a chance to talk about it, down 6. All defending state champs trying to get back to the title game. Minneapolis South has already advanced in 4A. Don't forget, later today, our 3A semifinals. And a traveling call here. Eastview will get it back, and they need to get on the board here, get something going their way.
Yes, they do. Eastview's been going man-to-man defensively, and their head coach told me, you know what, that's what we've done all season long. We're going to stick by it, even though the Central players are more athletic. Now as they work on offense, trying to figure out how to score on this team.
Jump shot no good. In fact, missed the rim. Georgie Jones the rebound. Jones 6'2". She'll be teammates with Angel Robinson again, last year's star of this Central team, already at Marquette. And there's a touch foul in the paint. This is going to go against Eastview.
How about Angel Robinson doing great at, at Marquette. Twice selected Big East Player of the Week.
She is fun to watch. And
she's a Big East all-freshman team.
That foul on Cassie Shepard, her first. Megan Howard throws it on the right wing. Now they work it back inside for Georgie Jones. And Jones is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line here. Fans, by grooving your body every day, you can improve your overall health. Groove your body by parking further away from the Target Center for your next game, and you'll get your heart rate up before that game. For more information on grooving your body, visit dogroove.com.
You usually try to park as close as possible.
Yeah, I do. If I could park in the building, I would. Georgie Jones with the free throw.
Georgie Jones, 6'2", just nice, long lead, lean build. She is difficult to guard because her arms are so long. You should see her. I'm anticipating we're going to see her on that free throw line quite a bit today.
She got them both, and Jones out to a good start here with 4 points. Emily Cause is checked in here for Eastview, number 50. Going up, Sam Mayer had her shot blocked by Jones, but got the pass off, and there are the first baskets of the game for the Lightning. Danae Moore scoring inside.
5'11" senior.
And she is the top rebounder for this team.
And she is really going to need to step up her game this afternoon if she can just feel confident in the paint, put a body on somebody.
Shot misses for Taylor. Out of bounds, and Central will keep it as we're going to get some substitutions here for the Minutemen. Brittnye Dorsey and Sienna West coming in as Howard goes out. And so does Kiana Johnson. Got it inside. Jones. Look at that pass from Jones. Off for Buford.
You can tell they've been playing together for a while.
And I think that's why Angel Robinson is happy that Jones is going to Marquette, too. A little of that chemistry will help her out as well. Off the glass for Rudd, no good. Got her own rebound on the baseline, looking for some help. Got it off for Moore, and she had her shot blocked and now draws the foul. Actually, Emily Cause will go to the line here. Here's a look at that last bucket. Great pass.
That's a great look down low, because usually a big player like that knows one thing when you're in the paint score, and so the fact that she can dish the ball at this level shows where her game is going.
Emily Cause at the free throw line. First foul on Georgie Jones. Emily Cause, 6'2" junior. Her sister Michelle, a 1,000-point scorer in her career at Eastview, now playing collegiately at Creighton. In the backcourt, this comes to Sam Mayer. Eastview down 8, make it 6 as Cause gets the bucket.
And Eastview showing that they can move up and down the court quite well. Nice passes, seeing the passing lanes quite well.
Kiara Buford threw it into the corner, and A lot of the reach of Brittnye Dorsey, and Eastview, which fell behind early, has a chance here to climb back in this one, down 6 now.
One thing Eastview has to be happy about the last few possessions is that they've been in it. They've been getting second chance points. They've been hustling, and you got to stay with that with Central the whole entire game.
Off the turnover. They get it inside for Buford. Bounced out, the putback. Drawing the foul, that is Kiara Taylor. And Taylor will go to the free throw strike.
It's just going to be a battle all game long down here, down low. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. Central loves to score right in the paint, maybe 10 feet out. They're not going to pull out a whole lot. So if you're going to guard them, you got to either double team or front them or keep them from getting the basketball.
That last foul, Leah, on Mayer, as we take a look at Paul Gates, and he told you and I, rebounding is going to be tough, but it's the key for us. They've got the size, they've got the athleticism. They're just trying to hang around. And right now it's an 8-point lead for Central, which equals their biggest of the game. In for Moore. In the corner. Out for Sam Mayer. She'll pull up and hit.
She is a dangerous player. She has a nice little shot. Willie Taylor said that is a player he is worried about, her ability to get open so quickly.
Mayer had 14 against St. Francis in the quarterfinals. She averages over 9. Pull up for Kiara Taylor. Rolls off. Backside rebound, Emily Cause. Cause now tied up. And she is fouled. It's going to go against Kiara Buford.
And Emily Cause, that's exactly what the coach needs her to do. She's 6'2". She's got a good frame. Pull the ball down. Use her elbows. You can't use your elbows to swing out at people, but you can clear space with them.
Danae Moore to check, or to trigger this inbounds pass. Central a little bit of a full court press. Mayer now at the free throw line off for Cause, and she again draws the foul. And Cause is one of the players for Eastview who could compete down low with these big girls for Central.
Yes, she can, and she just did it on the other end. Now she comes back. She has to get positioning. Get herself set right there down low. She has the ability, she has the body, and now she just has to believe that she can do it.
69% free throw shooter is Howard, misses that one. Or excuse me, Cause. Howard with the foul, her first, as you take a look at Willie Taylor, now in his 8th year as the Minutemen's head coach.
Willie Taylor said before the game, if this game is called really tightly, we're going to be in trouble. He said, my kids don't adjust. We just play a certain style, and that's what it is. He's like, I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is.
Do you see that might be happening here early on?
Well, the last few possessions certainly have been favoring Eastview. And I would like, Emily Cause has really been the base of that, both defensively and offensively.
She has done a nice job off the bench so far. Rolls off. There's Cause with the putback. She's an impact player.
And she doesn't get it on the first try. She gets it on the second try, which is even better because that shows that they're going to stay in this.
Well, Central's biggest lead was 8. It's down to 4 now as Eastview has come back into this one. Driving and kicking it out. That is Sienna West. And Dorsey got it to go. She'll go to the line.
See, the thing about St. Paul Central is when they look a little bit like their offense isn't set right or they look a little anxious, then they just throw up a little shot like that and it goes in. Little garbage shot is what you would call that.
If you could always have it that easy.
Yes.
We're going to get a player back in here. It's Kiana Johnson as Taylor goes out.
Look at this little hook. That's a nice little shot, actually.
Brittnye Dorsey averages 5.4 per game. Had 6 in the quarterfinals. Misses that free throw. Eastview down 6. Sam Mayer. Nobody on it.
That's going to be a problem.
She's got 4 now.
5'8" junior Sam Mayer. She is really an impact player. She will change the direction of a game.
Buford falling away on the baseline and caused the rebound. Emily Cause is the reason Eastview's in this one right now, and unfortunately here the Lightning turn it over, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Eastview down 4, 10:35 to go here in the first half. Isn't that the theme to Blues Brothers there we're hearing? Closed captioning brought to you by Education Minnesota, the state's educators union. That guy is a cool customer right there.
I like that hair.
That look is coming back into style among the high school kids.
Not in your age bracket?
No.
Okay.
We had the mullet thing look, the hockey hair look.
If there's any hair at all.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Eastview has really turned it on here from the field in the last several minutes. Off the steal, coming back to Moore. And Moore looking for help here. Lost her dribble. Finds it at the top of the key. Brittnye Rudd. Off for McSparron. McSparron in the paint. Back for Moore. Moore on the baseline. Hit the bottom of the backboard. And Central comes back. Here's Johnson. Leaning in. A little strong. Off for Cause, and now Moore. Moore dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds.
A little bit sloppy there, but Eastview has to be happy because they're staying in it by rebounding. They're pushing the ball up and down the court. You don't necessarily want to get into a running game with St. Paul Central, but they are a quick team, so you are going to see them transition well.
Eastview started 1 for 8 from the field, but then they picked it up.
And that was really behind 6'2" Emily Cause.
And inside, that's Megan Howard who draws the foul. She's going to go to the line for the first time in this basketball game, as it's on Emily Cause, and it's her first.
And you have the battle of the bigs down low, and you have to get set. You see our bodies turn just a little bit. That's why the ref's able to make that call.
One more for Howard coming. Averaging 12 points per game, had 10 against Tech. Also 9 boards. You can see how they depend on her. Gets her own miss. Bounced out and then went back down.
It's a big, big play for Central.
Now it's back to a 7-point lead for the Minutemen. The number 3 seed here at the state tournament. Won the St. Paul City Conference. In fact, breezed through it, went 12-0. 26-4 coming into the day today. On the backside, there's Emily Cause again, Leah.
Well, I guess she's going to be the difference maker. She certainly has been the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game.
And Cause now with 6 points. Back to a 5-point lead for Central. Howard off in the corner for Buford. She'll pull it back out. Stolen away. Tipped by Rudd. And here comes Eastview. Brittnye Rudd driving and lost it. Poked out of bounds there by Georgetta Jones.
In Eastview's game against St. Francis, they had 22 turnovers, and that's what's keeping them in this game as well, their ability to get the ball, get in there, steal it.
Now, they did force a lot of turnovers in that game. Cause, there she is again, keeping it alive, threw it up. It didn't matter because she knew there was contact.
Thank you.
And she's going back to the line.
That's where, as a coach, you're very pleased with your big player because she knew that wasn't going in. Let me just get the foul. That's a nice little move now. That's twice that Moore's gone underneath and hit it too low under the basket.
First personal on Kiara Taylor. And Cause at the free throw line. She's had a difficult time at the line so far, 0 for 5. Make it 0 for 6.
Now think about that, 12. She has 12 when she hits those shots.
Off the miss. Buford throws it up and got the roll. That's where they kill you, those second chance points. And now Buford playing good defense, almost forced a turnover. Here's Cause, and Cause continues to play well on the glass and underneath.
And she likes it in one spot. She stays right there down low, the right side in the block. That is her spot.
She's had a tough time at the line, but doing well from the field now with 8 points. Eastview within 5. Jump shot goes down. Boy, that was smooth for Kiara Taylor.
She has a really quick release.
We talked about Buford and Jones going to Minnesota and Marquette respectively. Taylor is also getting some Division I looks, but the junior has yet to commit any. She has 6 points off the rim. Kept alive by McSparron. McSparron kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good for Tomford. But there's Cause again with the rebound. Tomford drives right hand, short. Off for Megan Howard, and Howard will get the outlet pass for Buford. McSparron has been quiet so far. Nice block underneath and taken away.
St. Paul Central's not used to that. Usually when they go up, down low, they're used to making those shots.
And now stolen on the other end by Johnson. Back and forth we go. Teams exchanging turnovers. That one almost stolen again. Here's a three for Buford. Bullseye. Three for Kiara. Buford, and Central has opened it up. 24-14 the score. Back after this. Replays are brought to you by Comcast. Call 1-888-COMCAST for the best in digital cable TV, high-speed internet, and home phone service. And Central now with a 10-point lead. It is their biggest of the game, as you see Kiara Buford on the bench now for the Minutemen. She's got 9 to lead everybody.
And her last big shot, I looked over at Gophers head coach Pam Borton just to see if there was any reaction. She was cool as a cucumber, but you had to wonder what she was thinking.
Happy to be getting her. Sure, off the miss. Rebound by Georgetta Jones. Kiana Johnson on the wing thought about it and throws up a short shot that is taken down underneath by McSparron. McSparron gets it ahead for Sam Mayer on the baseline. Cut off, and then now into the paint for Rudd. And too many steps for Haley Tomford.
That would have been a good opportunity for Eastview to take advantage of the air ball that St. Paul Central puts up and come back down and turn it into something. But they turn the ball over themselves.
8th turnover for the Lightning. St. Paul Central has scored 10 points off those turnovers. That's a big story in this game. Three-pointer, no good for Taylor. Battle for it there in the corner, and last touch by Shepard. Cassie Shepard, the 5'11 senior.
I think I said earlier that St. Paul Central in their win against St. Cloud Tech had 29 points off turnovers, and that just kind of tells you about this type of team they are, that they take advantage, that they're going to be on the floor, they're going to be running for it.
You can't make mistakes against a team this good.
That's exactly right.
Kiara Buford to play it in here with 5:55 to go in the first half. Jones on the block, tried to throw it back for Buford, knocked away. Loose underneath, and we're going to get a holding call underneath. And it's going to go against Taylor, and that's her third already, Leah, so one of their starters in foul trouble.
Yeah, that could change the direction of this game quite quickly.
Take that back. It's on Cassie Shepard, her third, but still one of the starters in foul trouble. And another foul here. And that's the second on Sam Mayer. And coming in is Emily Cause. Sienna West at the line. Got them both.
Here they go with their pressure.
12-point lead for Central, their biggest of the game. Here's Brittnye McSparron, 26 yesterday. Mentioned it before, Lee, kind of quiet so far. Central's neutralized her a bit. As that pass is long, it was intended for Cause out of bounds. And St. Paul Central gets it back.
Yeah, I expect that we will see Brittnye step up here eventually, but I would say you're right. She's been very quiet, and Eastview needs her to pick up her game a little bit, at least provide some scoring for this team in the first half of this game.
Double team. And they are going to get McSparron with the foul. And that's the first on Brittnye. And going to the free throw line is Brittnye Dorsey. A lot of Brittnys out here in this game. Holy cow.
It's a popular name.
5 players on the Eastview Lightning squad have the name Brittnye. And St. Paul Central has one, and Brittnye Dorsey, she's at the line.
And Brittnye McSparron with the kind of cool, funky spelling with the NYE at the end.
Yes. They're the Lightning, 28-2 coming in, winning 18 of their last 19 games before the state semifinals. One of their losses to Minneapolis South. Hoping to get back and avenge that defeat. There's Cause again.
And I love it that it's the exact same spot, and she knows where she likes it, and she just keeps saying, feed me down low, and until they take it away, I'm going to keep doing it.
They haven't been able to shut that down.
No, they have not.
Of course, there haven't been a whole lot of other things working for them, but... And a traveling call here. They're going to get Dorsey for the travel.
Nice little look inside. A good lob pass. And I will say in high school, that's probably the hardest thing for the perimeters players to do, is to do a nice lob pass. She has a good seal, leads right to the basket. And, you know, when you play in the paint, you're always calling for the ball, always wanting it, but you have to let your point guard know, where do you want it? Do you want it high? Do you want a bounce pass?
Cause has been the first player off the bench for Paul Gates's Lightning team this year, and she has certainly been a spark plug off the bench today. And she traveled here on the baseline with 4:33 to go in the half. This is kind of similar to what we saw in the first semifinal. Minneapolis South opened up an early lead, but then Eastview stuck, or the opponent, Chaska, stuck around long enough to make it interesting before half. We'll see if Eastview can do the same thing here.
Yep, I agree. There's no real flow to this. St. Paul Central hasn't ran away with it. Both teams, just when they get going, hit a little chop in the old game.
In and out for Howard. And another foul. And this time it's on Brittnye Dorsey. First on Brittnye. Eastview gets it back with 4:10 to go. Brittnye McSparron, 3-time All-Lake Conference. Eastview winning that league, 19-1 in the conference this year. Here's McSparron again. Cause for Mayer, a little running jump shot, no good. Rebound underneath, and it's lost on a bounce. And Central will get it when we come back. 3:45 to go in the first, 27-16. Time for our fan cam, brought to you by Papa Murphy's. Handmade, home baked. We can do that. Good crowds here at Target Center again for this 4A semifinal. And right now, St. Paul Central, the defending champs in this class, leading by 11. Eastview has shown signs here in this half, Leah B. Olson, but it's going to be tough. And they knew it coming in.
Yep, they sure did know it coming in, and they're definitely still in this game. I think the second half will prove again, can you come out with the spark that they need to do, similar to, like you said, in the South Chaska game, where if you just come out in that second half with a little bit more edge, you can stifle your opponent.
Buford for 3, no good. There's Moore with the rebound. Today Moore, the outlet pass for Tomford, and Haley Tomford into the corner for Kelsey North into the game for the first time. And there's Cause. They keep going back to her at that same point lead.
I love that that's working, because it's interesting to me that there hasn't been an adjustment there. As you said, not a lot has been working for him, but that has.
Second foul on Brittnye Dorsey. 10 and 7 for Emily Cause off the bench.
Very impressive. That could change the way this game goes if she starts hitting those.
Yeah, she had been 0 for up to that point. Now 1 for 7 at the line. A couple of good strokes. That's probably the hardest part of a post player's game to work on, I would think.
I agree. I was myself not so special on the free throw line either.
How much time does a player need to work on, do you figure? Here's a steal for Danae Moore. Actually, that's McSparron, and scores, and Eastview has cut it back to 7.
And she really is quick as lightning. The coaches told us before the game that when you see Brittnye break through, she's going to get a steal. She can change the tempo.
I'll revisit that free throw question in a minute. The Minnesota Lynx 10th anniversary home opener is Sunday, May 18th at 5. For more information, log on to lynxbasketball.com.
Well, first of all, you have to find a stroke that works for you. You can't change it, because I think that's what happens with a lot of people. Someone gives you advice one way, then you try it another way. Consistency. But I would say you need to practice as much as possible. It's not something you can just go and do for 10 minutes a day. It has to be, you know, all summer long. It has to be during AAU. It has to be whenever you can get it in, because that's the only way it becomes flawless.
West with a good free throw look there, as well as Kiara Taylor coming back in. And it's one of the aspects of the game players overlook. It's not a highlight type statistic. It's so many times overlooked by players, and I think coaches too, because you don't see players working on it.
Well, you don't see players working on it, and here she goes from her favorite spot on the court. Cause doesn't get it this time.
Kiara Buford comes back into the front court, leans in, a little strong. Helping her out is Dorsey. They kick it back out. Taylor, 3 is good. They're going to give her 2 on that. Taylor hits that point.
So just when you think St. Paul Central is getting a little sloppy, then they come through with a big shot like that, because they go for the second chance points. And that's really what always keeps them in every game.
A minute 43 to go. 31-20. Minutemen of St. Paul Central, the defending state champs in 4A, leading this game. Tomford. Watched there by Taylor. They work it around on the right wing. McSparron lost her dribble. And Buford reaches in, stole it away, loose now. Battle for it on the floor. Boy, they're hustling. And it finally comes away for more. They work it inside, and there's Emily Claus.
There she is. She never really even had to move. She could just stand there the whole game. I mean,
she now has 14 points to lead all scorers. Under a minute to go. 9-point lead as Eastview is back to a single-digit deficit. Kind of like what we saw in the first game.
Exactly like it. Oh.
And a double dribble called here on Buford. And now Eastview a chance to cut into that lead even more.
And this would be big for Eastview to go into halftime if they can get the last shot off here, or get the shot off and then maybe get a defensive stop at the other end.
If you're Paul Gates, are you looking for the last shot here with 35 seconds to go?
I would say yes.
Here's McSparron. Off for Kelsey North. They drop it down inside for Moore. Lost it on the block. And Eastview able to get it back.
So we've got plenty of time. You've got 18 seconds on the shot clock.
McSparron drives in the right hand.
Great play by McSparron. They stick with it, get to the basket, and now they have to see if they can get their defensive stop on St. Paul Central.
And they can't. Buford scores with 2 seconds to go, and that's going to do it. But Eastview is down 9.
And that's why St. Paul Central are the defending champs. They know how to score quickly.
Central's biggest lead of the half was 13. Eastview down 9 at the break. What a half for Emily Cause. No doubt the reason that Eastview's in this game at all.
That was really fun. It was fun to watch a big player like that really keep a team in the game.
Let's go to Tom Hansen.
Clay, thank you very much. Willie, you jumped out to a lead of 8-0, 10-2, and that's a good way to start a semifinal game, isn't it?
We started off pretty well. They were kind of jittery, and so are we. I'm expecting them to play better. Their top player hasn't really done too much right now, but she's very good, and I know she's going to get into the game.
Obviously, their scoring came in the inside post. Cause, I think, had 12 or 14 points there, and that's one thing I'm sure you'll talk about at half.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. We were fronting her. I think we're going to play behind her a little bit now because they can lob the ball into her really good, and our backside help wasn't there.
Best wishes. Thanks, Willie.
All right, thank you.
There you go. One half in the books here at the semifinal. Stay tuned. We're going to have a great basketball game in the second half coming your way right here on 45.
Welcome back. They never said the road back to the championship was going to be easy, and Central's living that today. 33-24, their hands full against Eastview. Let's show you some of the highlights here. And we start off with Eastview, and they're packing it in the middle.
Absolutely. You see Emily Couch doing a great job getting to the basket, packing it inside. I think McSparron did a great job of penetrating, getting the ball to her post players, and then you just see the hustle from all of the players. They're getting on the floor, getting after loose balls, and creating easy opportunities for their teammates.
And Janet, they only shot 39%, even with all those high percentage shots. Central, on the other hand, 45% and well-balanced scoring.
They have. They've also made 10 free throws in the first half, but they got off to such a good start, and they just maintained that lead. There's Kiara Buford with a three-pointer and the two before that, showing why she's going to be an all-star at the University of Minnesota next year. There's a nice drive from Kiara Buford as well. She has led the way, but again, Central getting off to a good start has really been pretty comfortable thus far.
Halftime stats are brought to you by Minnesota Forest Industries, and when we look at the numbers, pretty even down the line. You look at rebounds, second chance points, there's a little bit of differentiation there. Points in the paint, pretty even.
Absolutely. You know, I'm surprised that Eastwood is doing a great job on the boards. I thought that Central would come out and really dominate the boards, but they've had some well-balanced rebounding from their team, 19-17 rebound differential.
Can Central hold it up, Janet?
Oh, I think they will. Eastview's looking more and more comfortable as the game has gone on, and I look for them to make a big run, but I think Central wants to see if they can get back to that championship game.
Popcorn's popping. We're ready for the second half here at Target Center. It's Eastview trying to dethrone the defending champions as we continue.
Welcome back as we get set for the second half action. Paul Gates joining us. I tell you what, Paul, in your 15 years, you've come back from 9-point deficits, I'm sure, but Emily Cause, 0 points in your quarterfinals, 14 in the first half. You can go to her, can't you?
Yeah, she's had a great half, and we're just looking for more from her. She's rebounded the ball well, and she's putting the ball in the basket. She's given us a big lift off the bench.
Appreciate your time, but best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Paul Gates, head coach. They trail by 9 for the call of the second half. Let's go to Clay. Clay, Leah.
All right, Tom, there you see Emily Cause, 14 in the first half to lead all scores. Leah, I got to ask you, is she going to be enough to bring Eastview all the way back?
No, she will not be enough. She cannot do it alone. She's the only player on the team in double figures, and really the only one who's had a significant offensive threat in the first half. So there's someone on the team, and I'm assuming it's going to be Brittnye McSparron, will have to step up in the second half.
McSparron held to just 4, and she comes into the game averaging 22. Gives you an idea how Central has neutralized her. So we're ready to start the second half. Kiara Buford, you saw, she had 11 to lead Central in the first half as they had 6 players get on the scoreboard. And we're going to have a turnover here right off the bat, and over and back for Central.
Eastview right away has to be happy. The first half, they out-rebounded Central by 2, and that was important. Gates told us at the start of the game, so they have to be proud of that fact. Can they continue that, and then can they get more points where they want them? Or the ball, they're not getting the ball where they want it and shooting where they want it. Everyone except for my girl who's scoring so much, Emily Cause.
And there's Danae Moore with the first points of the second half for Eastview. And just like that, it's a 7-point game. Almost turned over there. Moore got her hand on it, but Buford goes to the rack, missed the shot, and here comes Eastview again off the miss. It's Brittnye McSparron with the rebound. McSparron into the paint, threw it out on the wing, and it's picked off by Buford.
The first couple minutes are going to be key here because that's going to kind of shift and direct which way this game usually goes. Who comes out with more tempo? Eastview right away comes out with a nice hit. Then Central shows that they're always in this thing and they can always take it from you.
Johnson driving around McSparron, lost it, and here comes Eastview again. And there is a foul. No, turned over. Danae Moore traveled. Minneapolis South winning the first semifinal today, 64-49 over Chaska. And the winner of this game will get Minneapolis South in the state title game on Saturday.
South High has beat both of these teams, Central twice, Eastview once, so they have to be a little bit more confident sitting there watching this game.
Howard, the putback, Megan Howard. Over 1,000 career points for Megan, 12 per game on average this season, and it's 35-26 St. Paul Central. And another turnover. These are starting to get costly for Eastview. And the foul. Kiara Buford going to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
She really is a solid player from beginning to end. Her ability to take the ball, to get down court, and then the placement, because she knows where she has to get, right in the lane. Beautiful pass. Buford right on the line.
Third foul on Sam Mayer. And Buford now with 14 points, which equals the game high.
Central doing a nice job on the free throw line.
Off the miss, caused the putback. Her shot is no good. And here comes Tiara Taylor. Lead back to 12 now for Central. And Howard is fouled by Brittnye Rudd. First on Rudd. And it's the second team foul here on Eastview in the second half. Central's biggest lead of this game, 13 points. Right now it's at 12. This is Johnson. Howard drops it down. Buford on the block, spins. The jumper is off the backside. Rebound. Jones. Strong pause, and Jones tied up. And the possession arrow favors Eastview.
And St. Paul Central really got in there. First shot missed. They go in for the second shot, but Emily Cos is strong. And when she got the ball, look at that battle. It's like the elbows are going, they're throwing, and it's a nice little look.
We saw Georgie Jones make a huge impact for this team last year on the run to the state championship. She will be a key factor again if they're going to do the same thing. Off the drive, Tomford passes off, and Cos draws the foul.
And Central has to decide how they're going to guard her. You know, in the first half, they were always trying to figure out, they were always behind her. But you can't, you have to figure out you're going to front her, and if you front her, then you need help. You need help side defense to come over, but you have to do something.
Once you're behind her, it's too late. They're just playing catch-up, and that's where the fouls come. But Central's been fortunate. They put her at the line, and she hasn't made the majority of them, and she's 2 of 9 now at the free throw stripe. And another miss.
Yeah, that's going to be frustrating for her when she watches this tape. Those are the free ones.
Megan Howard on the baseline. Got her own rebound. Another miss. Jones, another tie-up. This time tied up with McSparron. And Central will have it when we come back. 14:59 to go. 12-point lead for the Chants. Eastview is down 12, but Emily Cos a big reason why they're still in this game.
And Emily Cos getting the ball exactly where she wants it each time, right down low on the block. She's difficult to guard. She has a big body, and when she gets it where she wants it, she keeps going up very strong. When you front a girl like that, you have to have help side come over quick, and there was no help side, so she was scoring. But when she went to the free throw line, that's where it was disappointing, only 2 for 10.
She's got 14 points. Free throw shooting is going to have to improve as Megan Howard is fouled in the paint. And Howard will go to the line for a 3-point opportunity. Haley Tomford with her first personal foul. And the third on Eastview in this half. As we look at Howard's numbers, 7 points, 5 boards here so far. Got the bounce. 3-point play for Howard. And this is the biggest lead of the game now for Central. It's up to 15.
Yeah, St. Paul Central really taking care of things on the free throw line. And they're so well-rounded that they're getting it from so many different directions.
Tomford drives and draws contact. Good to see that from the 5'5", 10th grader.
Look at her. She has a little hesitation. Was able to take it right into the paint. Doesn't look intimidated.
It's the third personal on Megan Howard, one of the Central starters. We'll see if that affects the lineup for Willie Taylor here down the stretch. And yep, Howard's going to head for the bench, as we're going to get Brittnye Dorsey, number 12, back in the game for Central. And Cassie Shepard back in there for Eastview as Emily Cause comes out.
In St. Paul Central this year, Clay, they just have more balance. With Angel Robinson, it was all about her. She was the Magic Johnson of the team. She ran it. And this year, you just see that it's the perimeter players, it's the post players, it's their whole all-around game.
Stolen away. Here comes McSparron. And fouled going up by Johnson. Well, just knocked out of bounds. They didn't call a foul. I thought they got her.
Well, she certainly thought they did too.
Just a clean knock away by Kiana Johnson. So Eastview off the inbounds. Going up. Moore lost it. Again poked out of bounds by Central.
Game's starting to slow down a little bit. Lots of ticky-tack fouls.
Today Moore hands off underneath for Sam Mayer. And Mayer's first points of the second half. She has 6. Back to a 12-point game. Kiara Buford, St. Paul City Conference Player of the Year. She's been all tournament each of the last 3 state tournaments. Inside. It's Tiara Taylor.
Yeah, very calm and confident in how they do it. Work the ball around nicely, look for their best shot.
Offensive foul here on Eastview. They'll turn it back over. Don't forget, by grooving your body every day, you improve your overall health. Take the stairs into Target Center the next time you come here for a game instead of those escalators. For more information on grooving your body, visit dogroove.com. 13:40 to go. 43-29 Central. Sienna West working the point now. Taylor gets it in for Georgetta Jones. Her shot is off. Underneath another tie-up. McSparron was there for Eastview.
McSparron looking over at the official.
And a foul away from the ball right on the baseline. Big collision with Jones. And it's going to be an Eastview foul on Cassie Shepard. I think that's her 4th. It is on Cassie Shepard. So a couple of players, one for either side, in foul trouble here. Howard has 3 for Central. Here's Buford now, spin move into the paint, going up, draws the foul.
Goes up strong too. But we've seen a couple players, Taylor Hill and now Buford, who really have some fundamentally strong, fun moves. Little spin here, turn here. I'll tell you, girls basketball has come quite some way since I played it.
Second personal on Moore. In what ways, what's specifically, what's the biggest change since when you were playing?
Well, fundamentally, it's just more sound because girls are playing basketball now at 5 instead of starting at 10, 11, 12, 13. And then also just, I think you're seeing a little more pizzazz, the spin moves, because they are better. And since they're fundamentally better, then they can start throwing that in, which makes the game a lot more fun.
And like the guys, they're watching TV, and that's what they see on TV.
Yes, they do.
You just saw moments ago Emily Cause checking back in for Eastview. A timeout here with 13:17 to go. And it's a 15-point game for Central. There is still a lot of time on the clock, but no question the Lightning needs something to start going their way.
The tempo needs to change here, and we haven't seen that happen yet. Actually, since halftime, the game's actually slowed down and became very choppy, where Eastview really needs to get the momentum, get something going defensively. They did a nice job in the first half on the boards. If they can continue that and add a few steals to that, they can see if they can change that momentum.
Buford, an 83% free throw shooter. She is dynamite, leads the team in that category, and you can see why. She's got a smooth stroke as we get a player checking in. Taylor Cullors, number 4 for Eastview. 5'7" sophomore into the game for the first time. Eastview would like to advance to play Minneapolis South and avenge one of their 2 losses this year. They lost to South in the Hopkins Holiday Tournament. From the corner, McSparron. Boy, she's been quiet. And don't forget, for every 3-pointer made, Appliance Smart is making a donation to the Minnesota State High School League.
Talk about changing the tempo. McSparron could do that very quickly here if she keeps that up.
They need to get her on track. There, Cause comes away with it. Eastview running. Here's Moore. Danae Moore. Baseline jumper on the way, and it's short. Sam Mayer missed a good look. McSparron again, in and out. Cullors the rebound. Out again for McSparron, and she's fouled.
Well, Eastview has a lot of good looks there, and they hustle and they keep going back. And McSparron had a couple really nice looks at the basket, and my guess is her coach is allowing her to take whatever shot is necessary. It just didn't fall for her.
Second foul on Buford. Here's Cullors for 3. Strong. That's tough to do coming off the bench. It's hard to come off the bench anyway, but then find that stroke right off the bat. Cullors missed it, and now Central gets it back.
Yeah, you're right. That's really a difficult task for any player to do. You're cold, you come off, but that is what is expected of you, to come in and score quickly for the team.
Especially when you're a sophomore at the state tournament for the first time.
Yes, very difficult.
They're going to wave this one off. There was a foul on Eastview. It's on Cullors for first. And coming back into the game for Eastview is Brittnye Rudd, and Cause goes back out. One thing about Central here over the last several minutes, primarily in the second half, they've shut Cause down. She's no longer a big factor.
You're absolutely right. Now she's sitting on the bench, and considering what she did for Eastview in the first half of this game, it says that the second half is going to be very difficult for Eastview.
Taylor hits the first, another one coming. Tiara Taylor, a 65% free throw shooter, got them both. And now the lead, 47-32. McSparron. Double team, lost her dribble, gets it off to Moore. Moore from the free throw line extended, a little short.
Look at that pressure from Central. It's just always there.
West takes it all the way, misses. Getting the rebound is Jones, and she is going to go to the line.
And their defense started their offense. They have this great defense at one end of the court. It brings them down to the other end, and they get themselves right on the free throw line. That has to make head coach Willie Taylor very happy. She drives to the basket, and the follow-up, the placement with the rebound.
Second foul on Cullors since coming off the bench.
Dunk it, George.
I've heard she can. Georgie has dunked. I heard that before in practice.
She has the frame for it. I would love to see that in this game. That would be fun.
Got her own miss. And the putback. Georgie Jones. 11:40 to go. 49-32 now. Central by 17, their biggest lead. McSparron. Offer Tomford penetrates. Hands it off to Rudd, and Rudd scores.
Full court pressure by Eastview. Hoping to get a quick turnover here.
Buford. And Dorsey is fouled on the baseline. Boy, there have been a lot of trips to the free throw line for St. Paul Central. Their 22nd free throw is coming up here of the game. And they're 16 of 21. They've shot well from the line.
They really have, and it's because they have the ability to take the ball to the basket, and they go in hard for their second chance and third chance points, and that's how you're going to get yourself to the free throw line.
Second personal on Rudd. Dorsey hits. Dorsey now with 5 points off the bench. And it's 51-34, and it's starting to look bleak here for Eastview as this one getting away a little bit. On the baseline, long jumper is around and down. Taylor Colors with her first points. Here's Megan Howard on the right wing side for Kiana Johnson. 15-point game, Central on top. 10:35 to go. Work it down on the block for Dorsey, and there's contact before she got the pass, and I think it's going to be on Colors again. This is going to be a double foul. The other one going against Dorsey, apparently a little bit too much pushing and shoving down there for the officials' liking.
Well, you get the post players down low and everyone's trying to get positioning, and a certain amount of contact is necessary for everyone down low. It's when you really start pushing or trying to use that to push off to your advantage is when the refs are going to call that.
There's Willie Taylor, his team leading this game. Georgie Jones moments ago missed her free throw, but got her own miss, and it's 51-36, St. Paul Central. Second half is brought to you by Lionsgate Entertainment and Best Buy. 3:10 to Yuma in stores now on Blu-ray. There weren't that many fouls combined in the first half, 15 total. We've already had 14 here in the second half, and that's just fine as far as Central is concerned because they have shot well at the line. 18 of 23. That is now developing into a big story here in this basketball game.
Yeah, I would think Willie Taylor would be really proud of that because that, as we talked about earlier, when a team comes in and they're solid from the free throw line, it says that that's important emphasis from your coach.
Brittnye Rudd now with 4 as she hits there with 10:18 to go. 51-38 Central. They were the state champs back in 76 and 79, won last year. Trying to get back to the state championship game again. Turned over. Danae Moore going up and in.
And this is exactly what they need. This is how you shift it. Shift momentum. You get a score, you get a quick turnover, you score on that, and you put Central on the defensive.
Buford driving. A push foul. And she'll go to the line for the 1-and-1. Here's a look at the last Eastview basket.
I mean, she has just a clear lane right into the basket defensively, a defensive lapse there for St. Paul Central.
10th team foul on Eastview as Danae Moore picks up her third. And now Buford at the line. Boy, Buford has been good. Over 1,700 career points for Buford. She has 17 in this game.
She has kind of everything with her game. She's a good build, good size. She can score from outside. She's good from the line. Just a really nicely well-rounded player. 18
points. She's 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Under 10 to go. On the baseline, nice head fake there by Rudd, but she lost the handle. And turned over, and Buford will start it back. Great ball handler, too.
Yeah, she is. She is. That's impressive. I'll be interested to see where she plays in college as far as what position.
Lob down for Howard, and Howard also drawing contact, goes back to the free throw line. Central continues to make this a free throw shooting contest. Brittnye Rudd, her third personal foul. Howard with the miss. Megan Howard has 8 points in this game. Coming in, Sienna West again, number 14. 5'4" senior point guard. She got a lot of playing time in last year's state championship team as well.
And you better believe that that makes a big difference this year.
Experience, you bet.
Just the way that they walk into the building is different from after you're the state champions.
McSparron stops, pops, misses as you take a look at the free throw disparity. 3 of 12, Eastview. McSparron, maybe she'll start to come alive down the stretch here, but when you look at those free throw numbers, that's really the difference in the game. It's a 12-point lead for Central, and Eastview's missed 12 free throws.
You're right. That's exactly where it is.
Another foul.
We talked about free throws earlier. The other part that's hard about them that people don't realize as much is that it is a mind game. When you get up on the free throw line, even though that's supposed to be the easiest shot, you have a little time to think about it.
Especially here in a building, and you mentioned it in our last game, with no walls. And you don't shoot in an arena this size most of the year. How does that affect a shooter?
It really does. Well, it affects what you look at. You're always supposed to look at the same spot every time you shoot the ball. Well, in an arena like this, there is no background. So you see the people, you see everything happening behind the basket. A focused player doesn't have an issue with that. We're all not so focused. Okay, well, at least I'm not.
You did okay. Here's Georgie Jones. You see her free throw number. She's 3 of 5. Off the miss. And again, got her own miss. And another putback for Jones.
You have to like that. 6'2" senior, Georgie Jones.
And she's closing in on double figures with 9 points. 10 rebounds already in that category. And a hold underneath. This is one of the rare fouls we've seen in this half against Central. That's just their 5th team foul, and it's going to go against Jones.
Misses the shot, and this is a coach's favorite thing. You miss your shot, and then you go in and get the rebound and make it.
Second on Jones. Yeah, she's a fun player to watch. 6'2" senior, headed to Marquette. Will join her former high school teammate Angel Robinson, who's already making an impact in the Big East. Off the turnover, the miss by Tomford. Kept alive, backside rebound. McSparron's put back no good. And that's a nice rebound for Central.
You talked about Georgie Jones going to Marquette. What a huge advantage that is for her, having Angel Robinson be there, because she will automatically feel comfortable, and Angel will be able to guide her through that very difficult freshman year.
Touch foul on Buford. And I don't know this for sure, but I got to assume it's part of the reason she decided to go to Marquette.
I would think so. I would think so.
4th on Brittnye Rudd. And Central will be at the free throw line the rest of this game, already in the super bonus. Buford hits. Team now 23 of 30 at the line. Sam Mayer. Just over 8 minutes to go, and looks like we're going to have a rematch for the state title game as McSparron was fouled before the shot.
I think you're correct on that, but as you see, McSparron still trying to keep her team from walking away.
There you see McSparron on that list for Eastview, the Miss Basketball finalists. They're down to 5. We've already seen Courtney Boylan play. Brianna Masti on that state championship team for Becker a year ago.
She's great. She's a great player. That's a tough list. I've watched all of those players play. That is a really tough list of players.
Nice little head fake for Tomford. Missed the shot. Had it blocked, actually, by Jones. Back the other way. And a foul here on Taylor. Another Eastview foul. There have been many here in this half. And this is going to go against McSparron. And that is her 5th. 5th foul on Brittnye McSparron, and she is fouled out. Shepard coming back in here for Eastview, and we actually have McSparron with 4 personal fouls, so she's in there for now.
And for the last 7:48, they're going to need her to be in there, so she needs to play aggressive and put it all out there, but they need her on the floor.
Lead back to 18 for St. Paul Central. Turned over right into the hands of Kiana Johnson. Johnson averages 5 points per game, coming off the bench at 12 in the quarterfinals. Drops it down for Howard, a little bit too tall, out of bounds.
Difficult pass from there. When you look at St. Paul Central's record and who they have lost to this year, Centennial, great team that doesn't make it to state. South twice.
There's McSparron hitting.
And Long Beach Poly out of California, which is a fantastic team. So they've only lost to the best of the best.
Stolen away here by Sam Mayer.
Whoa.
I think that was a pass, but it hit the rim.
Wow.
McSparron gets the rebound, goes up and draws the foul. I think that was a lob pass.
Yes, it was.
Actually went off the iron. Now Buford coming back in for Central. You know, the difference I think in this half here is Emily Cause. She has not scored at all here since halftime, and the free throw shooting, obviously.
Well, and Emily Cause hasn't played very much in the second half. She's sitting on the bench.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She only has 1 personal foul.
Yeah, I would have liked to make them shut her down.
15-point lead for St. Paul Central. They're 7 minutes away from advancing to the state title game to defend their championship. Back in Minneapolis after this. Back at the Target Center, our game summary brought to you by Water Park of America. Purchase your tickets at waterparkofamerica.com and receive a 20% discount.
Well, and St. Paul Central, no surprises there. Buford and Taylor having big games. But Emily Cause, that was a big surprise for Eastview. And now we haven't seen her much in the second half. I'm not sure what's going on there. She only has 1 foul. Why they haven't gone with her in the second half.
Central with a big lead here, 62-45 with 6:40 to go. Big block out of bounds as Georgie Jones showing all of her talents here. We've seen her free throw shooting. We've seen her inside game. Here's a block.
She's a long, lean body with long arms. She can make you think twice about shooting the basketball as she sends it outside of the gym.
Shepard playing with 4 fouls across court for Tomford. And her miss, Karen brought down by Jones. Tipped at center court. Another foul, Sam Mayer picks up a St. Paul Central foul here. And Mayer will shoot the 1-and-1.
Mayer has 6 points. A player that St. Paul Central, Coach Willie Taylor had talked about being someone who had worried about at the start of the game with her ability to shoot the ball quickly, can be a spark plug for the team.
Now we're going to get free throws on the other end. And Buford will shoot. She's going to get 2 shots here as they're in the double bonus. Now we're getting a player up off the bench for Eastview, and it's Brittnye Rudd. Cause continues to sit out. Buford keeps this up. She's going to be all-tournament team again, as she is now 6. I think it's 7 of 8 at the free throw line with 22 points. Takes a special player to be all-state tournament 4 years in a row. First, you've got to get to the state tournament that many years in a row.
Right, which is hard. Yeah, she just has this ability on the court. Well, she's very calm. She's very sure. She's a leader on the court. She just doesn't ever really seem rattled.
This is the 4th trip to state in a row for the Minutemen, 9th overall. I mentioned championships in 76, 79, and last year. Last year beating Minneapolis South 81-63 in the title game, and it looks like they're going to meet again in the championship, 63-45 with 6:19 to go. It has been all St. Paul Central in this one. Eastview on occasion is closed to single digits, but never got the feeling that the Minutemen were out of control in this one.
You're right on that, Clay. There was never a feeling like the whole momentum was swaying towards Eastview, or they hit 3 in a row that you thought, okay, here we go.
McSparron taking it herself. Brittnye McSparron's game has picked up here in the second half. She's got 14 now.
Slow start to the game.
Yeah, she had 4 at the half. Let's take a look at our brackets here in 4A. Minneapolis South a winner earlier today over Chaska, 64-49. It was a good game all around for Takoya Hammock and, of course, Taylor Hill, the star players for South. And it looks like they're going to get Central again. South defeated Central twice during the regular season, 72-52, and then in the rematch, 82-73. So even though Central is the defending state champs, South would have to feel pretty confident going into a game like that, having beat them twice.
I would think South has the edge because they're playing a different St. Paul Central team than they did last year. But the only thing, there's always that weird thing that it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. And I don't know why, but that always seems to be true. So that would be the only thing that might kind of equalize that a little bit.
Time running out on Eastview. The Lightning down big.
Ooh.
5.5 to go. Good move there.
Boy, the lane opened up for her, and she went right in.
Sam Mayer, one of the top scorers on this team, averaging around 10 points per game, but Eastview held way below their average in this one, averaging 70 points per contest coming in today, and they're going to be held to probably under 60 with 5:08 to go. Another foul here, and this is the 5th on Brittnye Rudd, so she's going to be done for the day.
And that would be due to St. Paul Central's defense and their ability to move up and down the court to change the way you play the game.
So Rudd is out. Brittnye Rudd fouling out with 4 points. And Kelsey North coming back into the game. Again, a little surprised we haven't seen Emily Cause. Paul Gates has kept her on the bench, and you got to wonder if it's not something disciplinary or didn't like what he was seeing from her at certain points, or if something was said, because she was a huge factor in the first half at 14 points, and we haven't seen her hardly at all in the second.
Well, she kept them in the game in the first half, so my guess is there's something that we don't know. Either something, as you said, disciplinary, or she's not feeling well. It's just because there's no reason otherwise why she wouldn't be on the court when that worked so well for you in the first half.
Under 5 to go. Mayer into the corner now. Off for North and up over the backboard and out of play. Last year, this is how it shaped up for the championship round. Central and South, you see it when going to the Minutemen. Becker, they had a great team. Pipestone, a winner in 2A. And Fulda, the Raiders, winning in Class A. De La Salle is back. We'll see them tonight in the 3A tournament. Semifinals coming up later tonight. Another basket for Kiara Taylor. And she now closing in on 20 points, has 18.
Last 4 minutes of this game, I think St. Paul Central will be quietly padding their stats. Everyone getting involved in this game and scoring.
Kiara Taylor, a junior. As you see Willie Taylor, he's smiling now. Does that mean he's Relaxed?
Well, I think Willie always seems relaxed.
He thinks this one's in control. This is the biggest lead of the game. It's 20 points now. So,
But the thing about how Willie coaches his teams is if you look at their schedule and how they play, he prepares them from day one for this game. And of course, that's the focus that all coaches want to do. But once you've been here and you know what it takes, he knows what he has to do during the regular season.
Taylor, the rebound off the McSparron miss, and back to Taylor. Like I said, she's getting some Division I looks. A couple of her teammates already have commitments. What do you like about Kiara Taylor's game?
Well, the question should be, what don't I like?
What don't you
I mean,
like?
no, seriously, 5'10" junior. I like her court sense. She's got a high basketball IQ. She understands the game. She seems to be an unselfish player. I've heard from the coaches that she's willing to learn.
She averages 14 points per game. Had 15 yesterday. Another big game today, 18 points. Now we're going to get another foul out here as McSparron has fouled out with 4 points, well below her average of 22. We're back, 69-49 our score. Here's our play of the game, brought to you by Tria Orthopedic Center.
Buford.
Comprehensive orthopedic care at one convenient location.
Beautiful. This is why St. Paul Central is so good. They play like they've been playing together since they were 5 years old. They know where they're running the lanes. They know where to look for each other. The fast break is there. Everyone's in the right spots.
That was Kiara Buford on that replay. She has 24 points to lead everybody. And we were talking a little bit ago about Kiara Taylor. She now has 20 points to go along with 6 rebounds. She is a perfect 10 for 10 at the free throw line.
And I tell you what, that's what I would be as she walks off this court today. That's what I would be the most proud of.
71-51. It's a 20-point lead here for St. Paul Central. They average 80 points per game, so they're on track here to hit their season average. Off the backboard, Dorsey got it back. Buford at the point will reset. A behind the back move. Off for Jones. Jones on the baseline. Her pass for Buford swatted away. And out of bounds with 3:03 to go. We're going to get a couple of substitutions now for Eastview as we take a look at the Georgie Jones show. It was pretty good in the first half.
Yes, she was. Georgie Jones. She's a long, mean center who will make you rethink the way you shoot the basketball. Gets her own free throw. Puts it back in. Fantastic. Look at that. That makes a coach very happy. She is a solid, agile player with 9 points and 16 rebounds. Wow.
And she is the total package. And she got the friendly bounce. 12 of those rebounds, by the way, Leah, have come here in the second half.
All right.
Lob down low and out of bounds. Last touched by Steph Glynn, who was checked in. Here's how the title game looked last year. St. Paul Central coming in to take on Minneapolis South. There's Angel Robinson now at Marquette. Big story for the Minutemen last year.
Yes, she really was. Angel Robinson is so fun to watch. She reminds me of Magic Johnson. She's the real deal.
81-63 was the final.
This is a different team without her. Willie Taylor said before the game, it took us a while to adjust to not having her on here. Who would step up as a leader?
And I guess, if you just look at the statistics, you look at, what she does, it's Kiara Buford. But, Georgie Jones could make an argument. Kiara Taylor in this game has been outstanding. They're just well-balanced.
Well,
it is.
That's right, Clay. And I would say the most well-balanced team in the tournament. I think that South High has the best overall player in the tournament in Taylor Hill. I think St. Paul Central has the best all-around players from top to bottom.
Samantha Robinson-Ricks into the game, throws up a three, no good. From the paint, shot is off for Natasha Garrett. Garrett also into the game for the first time. There's a tie-up and a jump ball. Here's our player of the game, Kiara Buford. Brought to you by Appliance Smart. We buy smart. You save smart. 24 points, 4 boards. Shot well from the field and at the free throw line.
She did what she was asked to do from beginning to end of this game. Stable, consistent leader.
She was 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Central in this game, 32 of 41 at the line, and you can say what you want about the scoring ability of the Central team, but you know, sometimes it's not as dramatic. It's not as whatever. It was done at the line today for Central.
Thank you. Basic basketball is all it was. Oh, ouch.
Hard foul. And Kelsey North taken down hard. Here's a look at Kiara Buford, what she has done. Comes in averaging 17.
Young player, had a fantastic game, playing her heart out, looking to get back into that championship game before she heads off to become a Golden Gopher. The ability to drive the basketball. She does dribble that ball quite well for a tall girl. A well-rounded player.
Buford probably done for the day, as Tiara Taylor also coming out, getting some bench players into the game here for the final minute and 39 seconds. Looking ahead, how do you see that one shaping up on Saturday night? South and Central, the rematch.
I think this is a better game than last year.
I would agree.
I think it's going to end up being, you know, down to the last few minutes of the game. I don't anticipate a blowout on either end. I think South is up to the challenge. They've obviously beat Central twice this year, so they're coming in very confident. But the championship goes through St. Paul Central because they're defending it. So they know what it takes to win the big one.
Maya Wahlberg, number 22, in there for St. Paul Central now. A lot of bench players in there, both coaches going to their bench here for the final couple of minutes. St. Paul Central, the oldest high school in the state of Minnesota with continuous service. Goes back into the 1800s, and proud of their girls basketball team, the defending state champs in 4A, the 3 seed here at the state tournament this year. Kiara Buford, Megan Howard, Georgie Jones, Kiana Johnson, Tiara Taylor, probably 4 future Division I players on this team. That's the starting 5, but we've seen contributions from Brittnye Dorsey, Sienna West off the bench, and it is a deep and talented team.
That's exactly right. It just keeps going and going and going, and when you have so many options, especially at the high school level, there's no wonder that they've dominated so much this season, only losing really to the best of the best.
The team was 32-0 last year, and like you said, it's maybe not as powerful a team without Angel Robinson, but certainly we could have a great championship game. They could win it just as easily as Minneapolis South. Under a minute to go. This is Wahlberg. Megan Tate now into the game. Tate throws it up. A little short. Ooh. A baseball pass to Taylor Colors, and Colors goes up and draws the foul. Fouled by Natasha Garrett, her first.
And I would think an unnecessary foul at this point in the game.
Now these are some of the players that don't see a lot of time on the court, and they're excited, I'm sure.
Absolutely they are. And looks like she's going coast to coast until, uh-oh.
Tip your hat to the job Paul Gates' staff has done this year with this Eastview Lightning team coming in the number 2 seed. 28 wins on the year.
Great season. They've had a fantastic season, and as we talked about, Paul Gates' 15th year, record of 263 wins.
They lob it down inside. This is Tavia Jones. A traveling call there. 75-59 Central. 14 seconds to go. Largest lead of the game for Central was 21 points. One of those games Eastview really never could get control of this one. They had it in single digits a couple of times, but all Central in this one. The defending state champs going back to the title game. They will, for the second straight year, meet Minneapolis South for the championship. And that'll be on Saturday night here in Minneapolis. There's Willie Taylor, all happy about another big win for his Minutemen. We're going to take a break back at Target Center after this timeout. The postgame show is brought to you by Education Minnesota, the state's educators union.
Welcome back. Of course, St. Paul Central advancing to the championship game. Kiara Buford joining us. First off, congratulations. I know you work hard in today's game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The 24 points, and obviously a double-digit lead most of the way. But what was working for you?
Just going to basket, trying to draw the fouls on their players. Going to the line at the end is where I got a lot of my points from. And, we just try to get it inside a little bit, and if it didn't work, then just keep penetrating.
You have a lot of balance on your team. That's also a key, isn't it, for your squad?
Yeah, just like the scoring is really spread out in all the games. I mean, we had Thea with 20, and George had about 11, so I like that it's about even, so everybody can contribute.
That South matchup?
Yeah, I love the inner city matchup, so that's fun.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
There you go, 24 points in the game as her team advances to a chance to defend their state title. Rod, take it away.
Tom, thank you. Very good day at the office. Rod Simons, Angela Taylor, Janet Carvin, and courtside here. And I guess life without Angel is just fine, thank you.
Well, I think sometimes people just rely on a good player so much that they don't always step up, and now they've really been forced to. But this Central team is balanced and is strong, and they look like they're in good shape for the championship.
Georgie Jones is going to have a big game on Saturday. I can feel it coming because she's had two kind of rocky games since then. Let's talk about tonight, in particular De La Salle and Minnehaha Academy. This is a De La Salle team that's beaten them before, so revenge in both games is on the plate.
Absolutely. You have De La Salle that's coming out. They're 17-0 in the Tri-Metro Conference. But you have Minnehaha Academy, who had a fantastic game last night, a great finish, finishing in overtime. My question is going to be, their endurance. They had a lot of their players play a lot of minutes last night, so will they be able to come today prepared to play against a ferocious defensive team on De La Salle's part?
And we'll talk about Rogers and Totino Grace a little bit later. We continue. 2 games down, 2 to go on this first day of basketball. Semifinal action continues on Channel 45.